Steve Harvey gift. I just don't. You can't. What the fuck was that? Guys, I tell you, I, I am, I, like you, I'm speechless. I'm absolutely fucking speechless. I am stunned. I am stunned. I, I mean, this was a really good pay per view. This really was. We had a good kickoff match between Natalya and Lacey Evans. We had a fantastic Raw Women's Title match to start off with Sasha Banks and and Becky inside the cell. We had a fantastic Tornado Tag match with Daniel and Reigns versus the Harper and Rowan. Fantastic, and then Orton and Ali was nice. The women's tag match was nice. New champions, Asuka and Kairi Sane. The OC and Braun Strowman was okay. Corbin and Gable was good. The SmackDown Women's title was nice. And then we get the motherfucking Universal Hell in a Cell match. Like, seriously, like, what the fuck? The match started off kind of normal. You had, you had Fiend doing his stuff, and then you had Seth Rollins trying to get his stuff together, and they were going back and forth and having some things and doing all of this, and at some point, it goes all kind of fucking cuckoo. And you have Seth Rollins hitting stomp after stomp after stomp and getting a 1 count, which is Stupid. And he keeps hitting stump after stump after stump. And then he gets a chair and he hits him in the head with the chair when he's on the ground. And that gets a 2 count. Then he puts out a ladder. He puts the ladder on he puts the chair under and he hits it with the ladder. And then he gets a toolbox. He puts the toolbox on top of the ladder and the chair. And he gets a sledgehammer. And then he hits a sledgehammer. He hits a sledgehammer on top of the toolbox, which is on top of the ladder, which is on top of the chair, on top of Bray Wyatt's head. The referee calls for a bell. And the crowd just shits all over this. And I gotta tell you, I defend WWE with a lot of stuff. And I think chanting, for another organization is kind of stupid. But man, oh man, I would be. I do not blame anybody in that crowd for chanting AEW. Yes, Brian. Tonight was a fuck finish. The biggest fuck finish in history. I don't. What? Why? Like, I don't get this. If why do people were saying that they had backed themselves into a corner, right? They were saying they had backed themselves into a corner because you got the Fiend who's on this road, and you're trying to take advantage of the Fiend. Then you got Seth Rollins, who just regained the champion from Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. So you're trying to capitalize on the Fiend, and whilst ladies and gentlemen, I am in stunned silence. I am in stunned silence. Yeah, Brian, I am with you. I don't know what. Like again, if you're not gonna put the title on Bray Wyatt, don't do this match. Don't do this match. This is why people came to see this match. They came to see the Fiend. And likely they came to see the Fiend win. And if you didn't want to put the title on the Fiend, then there's two ways to go about it. One, don't do the match. Or two, which is what I thought they were going to do, you could have had Rey Mysterio win the Universal title on Monday. You could have had him win the Universal title on Monday. Then have this match just be a Hell in a Cell match. The Fiend could have beat Seth Rollins, and then you still wouldn't have not have the title on the Fiend. But this is just, it's like I just don't know what to say. I really don't. I just don't know what this is. This is incredible. I can sit here and look at Twitter, right? I would sit here and I would look at Twitter, and I'm going to see this, this isn't really even about Bray Wyatt right now. This is about just this isn't about Bray Wyatt, because Bray Wyatt doesn't need the championship. Bray Wyatt doesn't need things like that. Bray Wyatt could. The Fiend is such a great character that Bray Wyatt could go months, years doing this Fiend character without being a champion, and it still would be something that people would enjoy and people would like. But this was, without question, the most ridiculous thing I have seen probably in my life in watching wrestling. And I've seen some ridiculous things. The first pay-per-view I saw was the 1994 Royal Rumble. 10 men beat down The Undertaker, put him in a casket. They roll that casket. The Undertaker projects himself on a screen, talks a speech, and at the end turns into lightning and floats up into the sky. And that was not as ridiculous as the shit that I had just seen 15 minutes ago. Really? Really? This was... You're probably right, Brian. If you did write this, you would be fired. But guess what? I can guarantee you this, this wasn't Paul Heyman. This wasn't any writer. This wasn't Bray Wyatt, who has a lot of creative control over his character, The Fiend. This was not Seth Rollins. This, you're right, this was Vincent Kennedy McMahon. 100%. And again, I am going to go to the fact of why do you do this match? If you don't, if you're just going to fuck over everybody. You made Seth look like the biggest fucking doofus in the world. His finishing move. He hit his fucking finishing move 17 times. And I know they were trying to go for the fact that he, he needed to go to a place that, that he normally doesn't go. So hitting him in the head with the chair would have been enough. Hitting him in the head with the chair would have been enough. When he's on the ground, he stands over him and he hits him with the head of the chair. At that point, Seth should have pinned him 1, 2, 3. Okay, the fans are upset because the Fiend lost. I get that. But you know what? But you know what? I could get it. I could understand it. It would not be the best way to go about this match, but I could understand it. Brock had 3 stomps. Brock had 3 stomps at WrestleMania, and he had 3 stomps at SummerSlam. It was Braun Strowman who had 4 stomps. Braun Strowman had 4 stomps and a pedigree. Don't forget that. I'm already so crazy about the fact that they kick out a finishing move so so much. But this is. Even after the show went off the air, fans are still booing loudly. They're booing their ass off. The, Perfect tweet right here. Perfect tweet right here at Mind on Wrestling. So not only did Hell in a Cell, yes, Hell in a Cell match in a DQ, but you also have a character in the Fiend that is literally unbeatable, and not in a good way. Dude took 300 headshots and was absolutely fine. I don't know how you book anyone beating him at this point. Right! Right! How silly was this shit? At best for business. This was one of the weirdest and most senseless matches I have ever seen. Like, what the fuck just happened? Yes. I came on saying that. What just happened? I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning to cancel WWE Network trending. I know I am. I know I am. Like I just. Here's a tweet. Pentawan Jr. That was the worst possible outcome. You either book Fiend as an unstoppable monster or you don't. Nobody gives a shit if the Fiend can take a shit ton of finishers if he doesn't win the match. Just look at Strowman as an example of someone who's built strong and never actually wins. Well, see, here's the thing, and I want to go back to the prior tweet. If he's just taking stomp after stomp after stomp and getting up, so then look at this, right? So then you put a chair on top of his head, you put a ladder on top of his head, you put this toolbox on top of his head, and then you have Seth take the sledgehammer and hit the toolbox on everything. And then they come down, they raise the cell up, they bring in a stretcher, and then Seth stands over him, and then he wakes up and puts on the mandible claw. Thank God you don't have the WWE Network, yeah. Well, I shouldn't say that because I would disagree with that because I always say this: if you're not into the product right now, if you're not into what they're doing on television, that's fine and dandy. But the WWE Network does great stuff besides wrestling. Their documentaries, their behind the scenes stuff, all of that is great stuff. And all of the stuff you can watch from the past, whether it's NWA, WCW, ECW, whatever your thing is, they have it on the network. So I would always say, even if you are not a fan of the product, even if something like what happened tonight with the Fiend and Seth Rollins, it pisses you the hell off, don't cancel it. Just keep it for the other stuff and don't watch, and don't watch the pay-per-views and things. Because the other stuff is great and should be watched. Like the thing tonight with Goldberg and Chronicle. I'm not watching it, but I'm sure that's going to be a great episode of Chronicle. He's going to talk about what went down at the thing earlier this year with him and the Undertaker in the controversial match, that was kind of very, very bad. And I'm sure he's going to get into that and talk about that and everything. So, and talk about the stuff that went down with Ziggler and everything. So, there's a lot of good stuff, but stuff like this tonight is just my oh my. Well, yeah. I still love it. But I will say this. Tonight is one of those nights where you want to go. Why the fuck am I watching this? There's a great football game on right now between the Indianapolis Colts and the um, Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. Good football game you could be watching. And for those of y'all maybe wondering what am I looking at, I'm looking at the chat. I'm not. So please don't think why am I not looking at looking at the camera and nothing like that. I'm looking at the chat. So that's why I'm kind of looking like at that way. Jesus. So yeah, I don't and the theme character was I was getting interested in. You mean the Fiend? You mean the Fiend? So yeah, normally you guys know that I go through the matches and I talk about all of the matches and everything like that, but yes, I agree. So really quick here, I will just go through the matches really quick, give you my star ratings and everything like that. Natalya versus Lacey Evans on the kickoff, I had it 3 stars. We had the Raw Women's Title match inside Hell in a Cell to kick off the main show. That was beautiful. It was almost perfect. 4 3/4 stars. And then we had the Tornado Tag match with Roman and Bryan versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. That was excellent. 4.5 stars. Orton and Ali was really good. 2.25 star. Great reversal from Ali. How he got out of RKO. Loved it. The women's tag match was good. New champions. We saw the green mist from Asuka. That was good. 3.5 stars. Like the OC versus the Viking Raiders and Braun Strowman. That was okay. It was 3 stars. Corbin and Gable was a nice match. 3.5 stars. The SmackDown Women's Title match was nice as well. New champion 10 times Charlotte Flair. 3.25 stars. And then we have this match. The Fiend and Bray Wyatt. Ugh. You didn't like the tornado tag match, Brian. You didn't like that? I enjoyed the heck out of that match, man. I really did. Um, so yes, I am shocked. I am kind of appalled, and I just can't believe that we were in this position that we were in. There are going to be many videos. Because actually, I'm going to go back and I'm going to, before I go to bed, I think I'm going to watch all of the live react. I'm going to go back and watch Cultaholics and What Culture Wrestlings and Wrestle Talks and everybody who did live reactions. Because I want to see their reactions to what the hell went down with them. I'm gonna watch all that crap. I probably won't watch it tomorrow because I got to work. But I'll watch it sometime later this week. Yikes, folks. This Someone said it on Twitter. Seth tomorrow is going to get booed out of the building on Monday Night Raw. And I don't know which way they go about it. I don't know which way they go. I really don't. I don't know what way they go with this now. Because I think I kind of think they just ruined Seth. They really did. I think they did. And I'm not one of these people that says that I don't go there to say, oh, such and such was buried, or such and such is been losing momentum, or such and such is ruined. But they ruined Seth Rollins tonight. There's no. I don't think that's not even a question. Brian thought the Tornado tag match was predictable. Well, I don't know. Everybody got a right to their opinion. I didn't, I thought the tag match could have went several different ways. I thought Luke Harper and Eric Rowan could have won. I thought obviously Daniel Bryan and Roman could have won. And I thought there was even still a bit of a chance that Daniel Bryan would turn on Roman, and then he would say that he lied and he really did tell Bryan, and everything was a big ruse. I thought that could have been, a part of it, But again, I enjoyed the heck out of it. So, but yeah, guys, it's just. I've been sitting here for about a half an hour. not really just not knowing what else to say other than just what the fuck. I mean, that's the only thing you really can say. And again, let's reiterate this: if you wasn't going to put the title on the Fiend, then you had two things to do. You could have, one, not done the fucking match, or two, you could have put the title on Rey Mysterio on Monday. Then just have this be a Hell in a Cell match, and then you could have had Seth beat Rey tomorrow in a rematch. But you should have not done the damn match. That's really what you should not have done. But listen, again, I can't defend them tonight. When you say you think they ruined the product tonight with the finish of the show, I can't defend them and saying, well, no, the product is ruined. Because, fuck. Tomorrow night is going to be a very interesting show come Monday Night Raw. It really is. It's going to be a very, very interesting show, to say the least. And I guess I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. So, yeah. That's going to be it for this rapid reaction. I The scariest place on earth is Vince McMahon's bird. Again, cannot disagree. I cannot disagree with that. For a man that hates sneezes, didn't know what the fuck a burrito was, wanted an incest angle with Shane and Stephanie, and so many other things, wanted to put a blue dot over Christmas place, having so many. I don't drink a lot, but I need a drink. Too bad I ain't got one. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. And I believe me, I know what you guys think because it's probably the same what I think, and the same what people think on Twitter, and the same what Brian thinks in the chat. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, just a reminder, this is my last week. This could possibly be my last week. I'm on a 30-day probation for my job, so this could be my last week at the job. I'm not doing very well at it. Hopefully this week something changes, but if it doesn't, they'll have to let me go. And if that happens, you can, while I continue my, while I start a new search for a new job, I'll be back putting out videos, doing reactions and trying not to laugh and things like that, and doing That's a Shoot. Will be very interesting to see. I may have to do a That's a Shoot on this week in wrestling. I did a That's a Shoot about this past week in wrestling, the new era of professional wrestling. I may have to do one on this week after this show, because this was just, So yeah, so we'll see. So click that notification bell. Anytime I do, anytime I go, anytime I go live, anytime I put a video up, you will get it. You click that notification bell. Speaking of that, the next rapid reaction probably will be Crown Jewel. No, actually, no, it won't. Well, we'll see. If I'm still working, it won't be, because I'll have to watch Crown Jewel at a later time because I'll be working during that time. If I'm not working and I don't find a new job, then it probably will be Crown Jewel. Will be the new will be the next rapid reaction. So, and that's gonna be something in the Crown Jewel. All right, y'all. Like I'm going through my spiel. Thanks, Brian, for joining me in the chat tonight. I'm sorry you had to go through this tonight with all of us. Thanks to everybody who stopped by and watched it at a later time. Again, I will see you guys later. Wow.